Hey guys, welcome back to my channel to another Shop My Stash. This is probably looking just a little bit different to you, and you are right. That is because I have pretty much already picked everything for the week. I just filmed a Get Ready With Me using some of these products, and I thought, you know what? I just want to incorporate these products into this new week, and so pretty much what we'll do, instead of picking out my stuff together or shopping my stash together, I've already shopped my own stash, but I'm really just going to show you what I selected for this week so that you know what I'm working with, and if it inspires you, which I hope it does, you can go pick a few things out of your collection as well. Now, a lot of what you're going to see in here is going to be drugstore items. My Get Ready With Me featured mostly drugstore items, and that's unusual for my channel, but I'm really excited to be incorporating that. So let's just go ahead and start going through what I picked for the week, show you swatches and all that good stuff. Hopefully the lighting is better from the last Shop My Stash. We have had some crazy rain, something like Seattle, it seems like, which is bizarre for Texas, but it's been so beautiful the last few days, and I finally got some really great light, and hopefully this looks a little bit better for you. So I'm going to start with just the normal stuff. So for my face, I have got my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. For my primer, I'm going to be using the Aveeno MaxGlow Serum and Primer. It's what I have pretty much been using nonstop. Here lately, have been loving it because my skin has been so dry. So then my Born This Way foundation, which is pretty much my favorite of the moment. I am in the shade Light Beige, and I just love the tone and the healthy look that this foundation gives me. As far as concealer, we're going to use the Loreal Infallible. It's what I've been using pretty much nonstop here lately, and I am in the shade, or what I picked up was Cashmere, and it was a pretty decent match. So this is what I have been using, and it's what I'll continue to use this week. And then because I don't have a drugstore loose powder, I am going to use my Fenty loose powder. I love that stuff. I also don't have a drugstore brow product, so I'm going to use my Benefit Ka-Brow. This is from the Desi collection, as far as her Benefit Brow collection. Now let's just go ahead and go into, where do we want to go next? Let's go into our bronzer. So this I used in my Get Ready With Me for the first time. It's the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. It is in the shade 1. It's made with like coconut oil and I think argan oil. I don't know that I'm super crazy about the smell, and I love the smell of coconut, so, but I did like how it looks, so I'm going to keep using that this week. As far as blush, this is one of my recent purchases, and you will see this in a haul later this week, but I did pick up one of the Wanderlust blushes from Buxom. This is in the shade Seychelles, and I am loving this. It's got like the most beautiful sheen, and I love sheens in my blushes. Let's see. For highlight, I am going to be using the MAC Hyper Real Glow. This is the first and only purchase I have made at Marshalls as far as high-end makeup. My Marshalls, or my local Marshalls and TJ Maxx, aren't super great about getting in new and wonderful products. So I was really floored that they even had this, but this is the one I had been wanting to get. It's the one with the pinks. So I'll show you swatches of that here in a little bit, but I'm going to be putting that to use. For reference, if you're wondering how much I paid for it, it was $19.99, and it's $39 at Ulta and the MAC store. Next, the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, which probably by now you will have already seen the review on this product on my channel. I'm opening this bad boy up, and this is what it looks like. You've already seen this before. So it's got the cream, it's got two creams, it's got the cream highlight, the cream blush, the powder highlight, and the powder duo glow, which for my skin tone is more of a blush or a topper for that blush or any other, just to kind of give it that glow. So I'll give you swatches of that here shortly. One of the other items I picked up recently was the new Fenty Killawatt in the shade Wattabrat, and it's the baby pink. I did not pick up the minty green shade because I have a couple already similar to that one, not identical, very similar, and I just thought I'm not gonna pick it up because I have it in her holiday palette, or one similar. I have the Minted Mojito one from her summer collection, but can you see the sparkle in this pan of product? And I live for this type of product. Anything super sparkly, metallic, foiled, is right up my alley, and I wish I could bathe in it. So give you a swatch of that here in just a bit. And then we've got all our normal stuff. So my Fenty Fly Liner. I have been using drugstore mascara. I know. Maybelline Lash Sensational. And I've actually been liking it very, very much. Now, I don't think anything will ever compare to my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. But at this point in time, I'm not wanting to pay like $26 for my mascara. Maybe once the sale happens. For now, I'm doing pretty good. And the thing about it is, if I break how good I am doing as far as going into Sephora and just buying stuff, then I'll lose my momentum, if you know what I mean. And I'm doing a good job right now, just kind of keeping to what I had set as my goal for just not necessarily a low, like a, I don't know if you'd call it a low buy, but it's not like a set amount. It's not a no buy. It's just being more mindful of everything that I buy and not buying everything under the sun. So I've got my Essence brown and black liners, and then my Pro Filter eye primer by Fenty. And then we come over to our eyeshadow palettes. All three of these are what I consider drugstore. This one's from Walmart. These two are from Ulta. They are BH Cosmetics. However, I mean, they're in the drugstore price range, so I definitely would consider them to be drugstore. They're normally $16, but Ulta, you can always use the Ulta coupons on, like, not over the counter, but non-prestige items, and these are considered non-prestige. So I was able to use my $3.50 coupon for each of them. So I paid $12.50. And to me, that definitely is in the drugstore range. So Hangin in Hawaii is this one. And this I love because I have been able to use this not only on my eyes, but on my cheeks as well for blush and highlight. And I'm going to tell you some of the foiled shades or metallic shades in this palette, or in both of these palettes. But they're so good that, like, I like some of these better than some of the highlighters I have, which is ridiculous. So this is what this bad boy looks like. And I'm talking about, like, these shades right here. They're just so creamy. And this is my first experience with BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. I typically buy their brushes, and I love them. This is the Love in London palette. So let's open this bad boy up. And so this is, again, the first time I have used the BH Cosmetics line for eyeshadows, and I just have to tell you, I'm beyond impressed. Beyond impressed. So this is what this one looks like. This is primarily the one I used on my eyes for my Get Ready With Me. That'll be up later this week. And then this one I got at Walmart for $10, and I was very stunned with how good it performed. This, I kind of took a chance because it has been a very long time since I have bought a drugstore eyeshadow palette. I tend to not find them very appealing. It's always basically a miss for me because they just don't have pigmentation. They don't last on me very long, and this was just a very different story. So that's what that one looks like, and we're going to put that one to use this week as well. And then let's finally move into lipsticks. I am going to use drugstore priced items, but these are obviously not sold in store. You have to get them through ColourPop unless Ulta has started carrying the Luxe lipsticks. These are actually from the Shayla collection. So I'm using all three. I'm using Ooh, Come On Sis, and Quickie. And so those will be what we use for this week. There is a like a brownish shade, a peachy nude, and then like a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a brown red, maybe? Anyways, so let's start going through the swatches so that you can see what we've got going on. So those three right there, that metallic shade and those that like turquoise and that dark green, those are from the Wanderlust palette. Look at that green metallic. Isn't that ridiculous? I don't even know how that happens. Anyways, the top three, that middle row, the top three are from the Hawaii palette, that orange, pink, and then that metallic. So I gave kind of a little bit of variety of swatches so that you could see, but look at that metallic shade. That's ridiculous. Then the next three are from the Love in London palette, that silver, then that like gunmetal, and then that dark brown. You can tell by that dark brown, the mattes are very, very smooth, pigmented, not chalky, not dry. Over here, I've got the Kylie Roses Are Red Liquid Shadow. I really have been loving. And I don't know if I pointed that out. Sorry. I'm going to use the Kylie Roses Are Red Glitter Eyeshadow from her Valentine's collection. I have so enjoyed the Valentine collection. Like, even the eyeshadow palette, I know it's had some mixed reviews, and I have really, really been enjoying it. So, I mean, I have been using it pretty consistently, like in between using my drugstore stuff. It's what I used for our Valentine's Day dinner. I've loved it. Anyways, so that's the Roses Are Red glitter shadow, because I figured that would go great with the Hangin' in Hawaii shades. Anyways, over here to the far left, so the very far left is the Seychelles blush by Buxom. And you can tell that sheen is amazing. And then right next to it to the right is that Milani bronzer that is in the shade 01. And I am a light medium skin tone for reference, so you can tell it shows up very well. Down here, those three highlight shades are from the MAC Hyper Real Glow palette that I picked up at Marshall's. And then these three are the lipsticks from the ColourPop Shayla collection that I'll be using. That sparkly pink shade right there that looks just, I mean, that makes you speechless because of its sparkle. That's the Wattabrat highlight, or Killawatt, by Fenty. And then right here, we've got 3 out of the 4 shades from the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. So, we've got a whole lot going on here. Like, not even a similar color scheme. The eyeshadow palettes are all over the place. And we've got a little bit of everything going on, but I've wanted to incorporate or continue incorporating the pink because it's still February. We are still in the month of Valentine's Day, and I love that so much. So I'm going to continue to put pinks to use, and it just so happened that this new highlight was pink, and I thought this is perfect timing. So we're going to put all this to use this week. This is going to be my stash for this 3rd week of February. Again, I hope you found it helpful, fun, enjoyable, entertaining, whatever the case may be. And I truly hope it inspires you to also pull some product out of your own collection and use the stuff you've already bought. Don't let it go to waste. We've spent too much money on our makeup collections and just want to put it to use every day. Just, you know, even if you rotate it out. But I, again, hope you found this helpful, and I appreciate you sorta shopping my stash with me. Alright guys, see you soon. Bye.